Leo, I already pulled out a card for you, and you have pansies. And this says pansies indicate that people are being pulled into your life who align well with you. Romance may be on the agenda, but this energy also helps build community and friendship circles, possibly where learning takes place. It is time to step back a little and relax into what is happening naturally. Hesitation and overthinking could cause blockages, and watch out for personal deception and gossip. All right, you got the card of attraction. So, hello, welcome in, welcome back to my readings. We are going to be doing today a little bit about what you are currently going through and what you currently need to hear from Spirit, from the universe. Whilst you're watching this. So it's a bit timeless. Whenever you're watching this, there could be a message here for you. So let's just dive straight in, shall we? So we're going to pop that there. We've already read that out for you. Let's grab you a few oracles. So let me know in the comments if that pansies makes some sense. This is also Libran energy, if I can see here. All right, Spirit, for my gorgeous Leos. Oh, loyal hearts. Well, this is definitely a little bit of a love reading, not gonna lie. Now, loyal hearts can of course be platonic, right? These are people who are loyal to you. I always say with this, people who have got your back. But of course, for some of you, this may definitely be a romance stirring up. If you are currently in a relationship, then this could be an energy that's bringing you guys closer. So however it relates to you, let me know. I am just going to pull you out tea leaf. This has been a high recommendation lately. So I'm just going to pull you two. These are going to give you some random messages that might align with you. For Leo, thank you. What does it say? Well, Mountain is a major challenge to overcome right now when you're watching this, and a period of ill health and depression. Okay, so that's an underlying little message that we got going on here. So on the surface, something looks beautiful, something looks good, but deep down something doesn't feel quite right, and it's okay. This can be overcome, like the Mountain says. This is just a challenge, right, where we're having to do some hard work. Now, this can be in a relationship. It can be to do with any dynamic in your life. Maybe you guys have struggled lately with friendships, with relationships. Maybe there's been a lot of, imbalance because we've got that Libran energy here. Maybe it's been to do with giving and receiving. There could be an imbalance there, but it can also be about maybe there's just been a bit of miscommunication and a lack of justice in this area. So let's dive into your tarot. I really want to understand how this what might be going on for you. So let's get an overall energy of the current energies that are surrounding you right now for Leo. So 9 of Pentacles is not bad. That tells me that you're really doing good on your own. This is a really beautiful card for growth in your own personal life, right? This is financial freedoms. Maybe you guys do work for yourself, or you do freelance, or whatever it is that you're doing. Maybe you're working on your savings, right? It's just all about you being stable on your own and enjoying that time and being able to reap the rewards of what you've built and who you've become. I'm just going to look at I like that energy then. I want to look at how you are feeling at this time, or the energy within you at this moment. Ace of Swords. So I wonder what these cards are saying. We're going to dive into your challenges in a second, but how you are showing up is the Ace of Swords. You're completely in a clear mind. You guys are really searching for answers deep within you, right? And whether you've really uncovered this truth yet or you're about to, there's a deep sense of clarity that's going to be going on, maybe after or during or before you've come across this reading. I'm gonna pull the rest of these out, then we'll clarify. What is a challenge that might be going on for Leos, or something you want them to be aware of? Temperance, reconciliation, finding balance. I'm going to say in dynamics because it does seem to be a lot to do with that. And maybe if you found that maybe you've been attracting the wrong kinds of people, I wonder if this is asking you to think about why that might be within you. Is there anything that you've not really learned from, healed from, that might be, showing a little bit, making life a little bit of a mirror? Doesn't mean that you have to be the same as these people, but where might you be unconsciously, what's the word for it? not attracting in people, but letting people in because maybe something to do with your parents, maybe something to do with the past energy. But let's figure it out. So Temperance says taking some time out for yourself is so important. Taking it easy, not being afraid of pit stops in life, right? It is a card about patience, and it's also a card of everything in moderation. We don't always have to be on the go. We don't always have to be resting. Finding a beautiful balance in life is very important, and that's what Temperance is about. Finding your balance. Oh, I guess I have to take it. So, and what is this? 8 of Cups. So some of you, so what it seems like they're showing me is a time in your life that might be something that they want you to balance. So 8 of Cups could be where you felt abandoned, most likely by someone, and that's what I'm seeing with this card. Or it's about situations that you've had to leave because they were just not emotionally fulfilling. And what I'm feeling energetically when I'm tapping into this card is that regardless of how it ended, it felt like there was a lot of unfinished business and maybe having to do something or going through something that wasn't really a choice. Even if you had to walk away from someone, it's like you didn't want to do that, but kind of it led you no choice to. So there's something here that you might not have fully healed from that Spirit wants you to take some time out, maybe to go within, find the answers within, and a little bit about that. But you guys might have an abandonment wound that you might not realize, and that could be coming from like a father figure not being in your life, or someone walking out. I feel like some of you might have a fear about people leaving you. Again, an abandonment issue. 7 of Cups, 7 of Wands, 9 of Swords seem like this kind of energy that, again, they're wanting you to heal from. Page of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles is really how can you learn from it, and what are the different perspectives that you can gain from it. Because the 2 of Pentacles to me look like that, right? Diving into 2 perspectives, maybe how someone else felt, or maybe trying to reframe it a little bit from the feelings that you get when you think about a certain event. 7 of Cups, again, is a lot of confusion, a lot of mixed emotions, and sometimes a little bit of it's a kind of fantasy at times too. So maybe it's something that you do think about or wonder about, or shows up in your dreams even. 7 of Wands is also an energy that you're avoiding going back into this memory or going back into looking into this dynamic to find balance here. Maybe you're holding on to anger. Maybe you guys are resisting processing something, because the 9 of Swords, it does play on your mind. But again, she's running away from it. She doesn't want to look at it because it's a bit of a traumatic or chaotic event in her life. So I do feel like for some of you, they want you to just dip your toes into your feelings, maybe with a therapist, maybe with someone who, can help you. Because the Page of Pentacles is like she's counting pennies here, one little penny at a time, adds up eventually. And I do feel like that's what this message is saying here is, how can you slowly but surely bring balance back into your life? Emotionally, physically, in any area, without having to fully re-traumatize yourself by, this looks scary, but I feel like once you start learning a bit more about it, or whatever it is, you're going to actually find more stability here and balance here. But avoiding it and holding on to certain feelings that might not be good for you, without wanting to process it, might be a little bit more draining than you realize, right? Running away from something is what Spirit's saying to avoid. A bit of a very specific message there. Let's see what your advice is then, Leo. I'm going to take that one there, because it was popping out at me, looking at me like that. And the 8 of Pentacles. So I wonder if this is like, I feel like, as I said, on the surface, I wonder if things look good. I wonder if this is about you though, Leo. Like, if people are to look at you, looks great, but there's something that you might be struggling with deep down that you're looking for the answers around, or clarity, or you want some closure in some way. I'm going to figure it out. Your advice this week is 8 of Pentacles, working on something, right? The key word that comes up with this card lately is practice, right? And as I was kind of saying, whether it resonates with this same message that we were just speaking about or not, the time that you're watching this video, Spirit really wants you to understand the importance about practice makes perfect. It's the small little efforts that you make that really can compound and show a lot of result later on, right? So the 8 of Pentacles is about working hard on something. Maybe a bit of advice as well for some of you is about building yourself back up again, or working on your finances, or again, perfecting a skill, a talent, or ability, because it will, show up maybe for you financially, or it will just show a little bit more progress in your life. So I'm going to have to dive a bit deeper. I'm going to work backwards here. Why is the 8 of Pentacles the advice? Okay, so this is about how you deal with conflict, by the way. I'm not going to lie, because Five of Wands is here, which is about conflict, and it is related to soulmates and people around you. So this is your energy. So the Emperor, the Nine of Pentacles, and so you guys are a bit stubborn when you're watching this. It might not be a personality trait, but some of you guys could be a bit stubborn. And you hold on to or hold back. I don't know if any of you kind of go a bit cold with people very quickly. The Five of Wands. So they want you to kind of deal with that. You're very strong on your own, but I think that might push people away from you is what I'm seeing with this. You're not afraid to be on your own, and I love that, by the way. That's very healthy and that's very amazing. But as I said, there is also a wound inside that you don't realize that actually is creating a very, very, very big stubbornness within you that, again, prevents you from healing dynamics with others or dealing with conflict very well. But again, really reading someone out here, I apologize for that. Blame spirit. You're attracting more people in your life, and that might be for a reason where spirit really wants you to practice and really work on how you communicate with others or how you deal with a conflict of interest or with others. Okay. My goodness. Temperance. Why is this here in a challenge position? It is Sagittarius energy. Let's see. Why is Temperance the challenge for Leo? The Sun. Leo energy. Temperance and the Sun. This is working again on bringing more happiness and success and a freedom of being seen also, as well as that I'm seeing with that too. Like no longer fearing being your most vulnerable version of yourself. As you can see, this baby is kind of like, it's nude, right? It's like stripping that red cloak off. It's actually a flag, but I always feel like that's what I see with this card. It's like just completely being free is an energy that they want you to work on, right? And also the Sun is about truth as well. It's about the light. Let's see. Why is Temperance a challenge? Queen of Wands and the Five of Cups. So again, it is a little bit about reframing. Is going to be an important theme for you guys whenever you're watching this. Instead of focusing on what's happened, what can you learn from it about future relationships, or again, about the love that might still be there in a current relationship. So instead of counting everything that's gone bad, right, or dwelling here on spilt milk, is what this card says about actually finding a solution or finding a way out of that disappointment or those feelings. Okay. Now, the Queen of Wands is an interesting one because it's coming up in your life, right? It's about life currently, and it's about your energy currently. So Queen of Wands is about you, I guess. It is about you being in your most positive form, but not just about, toxic positivity. I guess it's really about healing, right? It's about kind of reframing things so that you can actually move on and not store or hold anger, resentment, or the Moon, which is about hidden feelings, right, that are under the surface. And I feel like this Moon and this fly actually represent what's going on under the surface to do with you and maybe a relationship, but I feel like there's something going on within you that needs to be healed. Okay, from an event that happened, right? So the Queen of Wands being here is someone who is beautiful and attractive. So again, this does make some sense here with the attraction that you are showing up in a very beautiful way. I'm going to look at the Ace of Swords. Why is this the energy within Leo, the Devil, and Ace of Swords? Again, so you guys are really cutting ties with the Devil energy here, whether that be, again, a person, a soul tie, currently toxic behaviors in a dynamic, however it might relate to you. The Devil represents those things, and it can be codependency even as well, but I don't feel like that for you. It can just be toxic behaviors or, again, fears that are under the surface. So the Ace of Swords being here, it does feel like you guys are going to identify what that is for you, and that might actually get rid of this Devil energy. All right, getting truth, getting clarity, but this is going on in your energies. That's what's going on within you. The Nine of Pentacles going on around you. I think that was a Two of Pentacles. Why is the Nine of Pentacles here? Thank you. The Knight of Cups. And the Five of Swords reverse. So what I'm hearing is revisiting old conflicts. The Knight of Cups is actually fully processing those feelings from there. That's definitely what I feel like. Now, for some of you, it could, again, be someone who wants to come in and maybe even apologize. Or even if, again, you're in a relationship, I feel like that's coming up for a reason, so you can really work on things and remove any triggers that you've not been addressing, so you can learn a bit about it and therefore complete some sort of cycle in your life with that death card being there, so you can fully transform something. Because whoever I'm speaking to, you still feel something is still lingering or affecting your life, even if it's in subtle ways, even if it's creating a bit of ill health or depression. The Five of Swords again in the upright is about conflicts. The fact is reversed with the Knight of Cups is really about processing your feelings around past conflicts, or again, someone might be coming in to heal or mend something with you, or at least to maybe give you that truth. So wow, what the heck? Okay, well, Leo, that's what I got for you. Let me know if this makes any sense. I am just going to actually quickly pull you out an affirmation, because I've been doing that today. So let's actually just switch to screen again. Sorry if you get my words all mumbled up. All right, please, for Leo. This says, I have the courage and strength to work through any challenge. All right, that's your affirmations. Pop that in the comments if you want to. Challenges are blessings in disguise, and you will always find within yourself all the necessary resources to face them. You are capable of doing anything you set your mind to. But all right, my angels, that's what I got for you. I wish you guys all the best on your journey. Let me know if this makes sense to you, whether it's during this reading that you're going through this, or it's something that might happen afterwards. Let me know and come back to these readings. Make sure you guys like and subscribe if you want to, if you're called to. And lastly, if you would like a personal reading, they should be open right now, or there will be a wait list on each product. So go ahead and check that out. I'll put all the links in the description box and also hopefully the pinned comment. But anyway, I wish you well. I send you my love, and I'll see you guys next time.